Hello, and welcome to another update on the Newberg real estate market. This is Steve Thoele, principal broker with Premier Property Group. And this update is going to cover the last 8 weeks of market activity ending this past Sunday, October 8th. So I'm going to share the screen with you now and go through the info with you. First off, we'll look at active listing activity. So last week I showed we had 8 new properties come on the market in Newberg. You can kind of see how that compares with prior weeks. We had a low of 1 and a high of 12 over the past 8 weeks in terms of new listings. Hit a high of 99 total listings here about 7 weeks back. You see that's kind of drifted off from that point. This last week fell quite a bit from the prior week down to 75, which is certainly a low for the past 8 weeks. So activity certainly kind of slowing down a bit. The median price days on market for those active listings, you can kind of see it hasn't moved a lot, hardly at all. We had a low of 535 and a high of 550. This last week came in at 540. So been pretty steady in terms of the median list price. Days on market has been on the rise from where we started. We started off at 37 days, and that has got up into the 50s, where it's been actually pretty consistent over the past month. As you can kind of see, this most recent reading was 53 days of average market time for the most recent 75 homes on the market. Moving along to pending sales here. So last week I showed we had a big little bump up in pendings at 12, quite a bit more than the prior week. And you can see we had a low of 4, a high of 15 on a weekly basis. The total number of pendings, you can kind of see we peaked out here at 53 pendings 6 weeks ago. It had drifted down to 35 a couple weeks ago. This last week did bump up to 44 with this little little bump in pendings this past week. The median price and days on market for those pendings, that is the price has been coming down. As you can kind of see, started off at a high of 500,000 was the median price 8 weeks ago, and we've been down in the 400s, in the 470s or so for the past month. This last week hit a low at 467 for the past 8 weeks. Days on market has been on the rise over the past couple of weeks. You can kind of see we were pretty steady in 26, 27 days, and then last couple of weeks it has been increasing, hitting 48 days of average market time for these most recent 44 homes in pending status. So you can kind of see that things have been taking longer to get into contract on average over this past 8 weeks. And then lastly here, we'll look at sold listing activity. So as of the time I put the info together here, showed we only had 4 homes go from pending to sold this last week. This always maybe gets bumped up 1 or 2 over the course of the next week, but that's where it stands today. And you can kind of see that's a low for the past 8 weeks here in terms of weekly closings. And we'll look at over the prior 4 weeks of closings on a week-by-week basis. We had a high of 41 closings 8 weeks back, and it's been in the 30s from that point forward. This most recent reading came in at 31, which kind of ties a low for the past 8 weeks in terms of solds over the prior 4 weeks. Median sold price and days on market for those sold listings, you can see we had a high of 535 8 weeks back, and it had been kind of bouncing around a little bit, but it's last couple of weeks has fallen down. This most recent number is 470, which was quite a reduction from where we were just a couple of weeks ago in terms of the median price of the most recent solds. And days on market, certainly you can kind of see it's been on the rise. We had a low of 9 here, and it's been kind of going up almost like a week of market time over the past 3 weeks here. So hit a high of 27 days of average market time, again, for these most recent 31 closings. So again, just kind of shows that, market's definitely kind of slowing down a bit in terms of sales activity. And then the last thing we'll look at is the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. So that red bars here is the weeks of inventory, good kind of measurement of relative supply and demand in the market. And you can kind of see it hasn't moved a whole lot. We started off at 9, which was a low, and then the very next week was a little over 12 weeks of inventory, which was the high. And it's been kind of bouncing in between there from that point forward. Last couple of weeks, you can kind of see it's been, actually last 3 weeks, has been right around 10 weeks of inventory. So that's about 2.5 months worth of inventory right now in Newberg. The sale price as a percent of the original list price, you can kind of see we had a low of a little under 97%. List price to sale price ratio that got up to almost to full price here about a month ago, and it has kind of come back down here a bit again. Most recent reading is 97-98% or so of the asking price. So all in all, still considered to be kind of a moderating seller's market, I guess you would say, in terms of inventory and sale price as a percent of the list price. But definitely things are slowing. Part of that season that we're kind of entering into. Probably a bigger consideration is just where interest rates have kind of gone. I know I keep talking about this, but they went up again last week. We ended the week with rates kind of in the high sevens. A lot of lenders were quoting 8% or around 8% for a 30-year fixed rate loan if you've got good credit. So that's definitely going to have an ongoing impact on the market, and will continue to kind of continue a slowdown here as we kind of move throughout fall and into the winter season. So that's where things are at today. So hope that was helpful. As always, if I can ever answer any questions or be of any help, please don't hesitate to reach out. My phone and email address are down below the video. So don't hesitate to reach out. Let me know what I can do to help. As always, really appreciate any likes, comments, shares that you have on these videos. Let me know that you're finding some value in them. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, you need to do that. It's just a great way for you to stay up to date on what's happening in your local market. So click that subscribe button, and hope you have a great day and week ahead. And I'll see you on the next update.